Hi, my name is Leah. I have a home staging business for 5 years and I've done a lot of design work for clients and personal projects. And I want to share 3 design tips that can really elevate your home. The first is lighting. So, in a living room, especially, you want at least 3 sources of light that helps create an ambiance. So we always have ceiling light, overhead lighting, but we almost never use it because it's not very cozy and comforting. So you want a lot of lamps, floor lamps, table lamps. There are sconces, as you can see above me. There is a chandelier, and there so that is 3 to 4 sources of light. That's what you want in every space that you have, especially a living room that you spend a lot of time in. Overhead lights just are very bright and they're used occasionally. There's uses for them, but you want more cozy light like lamps and sconces that really help. Another design tip that I love to share is when possible, always opt for 2 love seats, 2 sofas instead of a big sectional. That's always going to look better if you pair 2 couches, maybe with an armchair or one armchair, depending on the layout of your living room. Sectionals tend to be overwhelming for one room and they work best in basements or TV rooms or media rooms. But for a living space, you want to break it up and have 2 sofas. That just tends to look better. Another super important element of design in your home is that you opt for a bigger rug every time, as big as you can get. Minimum is 8 by 10, 9 by 12 is ideal depending on your space, but nothing will make your home feel more complete and more anchored, especially living rooms, is a properly sized rug. So you always want to go bigger rather than smaller. When it comes to your dining room, something I want to point out is buying those dining room sets that are sold in those big furniture stores sometimes can be a bit boring. What I would like to encourage people to do is to choose a really nice sturdy table that they love, something like a rich walnut color such as this one, or maybe a lighter wood color, or even black, and then choose chairs that are not exactly the same wood but that work well together with the table, something fun. And then maybe do something completely different for the end chairs, like a linen fabric or maybe something with slip covers, just to kind of give a designed look to the dining space rather than having everything be the same, like a set that looks a little bit more cheap and more boring, versus selecting things that work really well together, give your dining room a more curated look. So that's something that I think is worth considering. When it comes to styling your built-ins with books and frames and artwork and vases, what you want to focus on is doing a variety of heights and grouping things with 3 or 4 objects. You don't want to just do one and then one. Usually, 2 things next to each other of similar height and similar shape will not work together. Whatever you put together has to have a variety of height and size, and they have to correspond well. I love using books with bookends or stacking them horizontally on top of each other, using frames, using candlestick holders, some plants. Baskets are really great, so that it's functional for books and whatever else you want to keep nearby, but it also looks really pleasing aesthetically. And another fun thing that I absolutely love is these little cordless lamps that you can see right there. They just add such a cute pop, and I love to use those in built-in bookshelves and in kitchens and all that fun stuff. It just adds a fun little source of light